Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Comments and Coffee with Dottie, there, Dottie, and I. And it is August 30th, 2024. We're closing in on Labor Day, aren't we? And it is 5:51 a.m. The temperature outside is a balmy 41 degrees. Actually, I can hear the geese. And I wonder why I was a little cold last night. I left a couple windows open, but the heater did okay. That big window was open all night. It's 41 degrees out there. So anyway, let's get going on the comments from yesterday. And the videos yesterday were a Nomad Life e-bike ride in Eagle Nest. And there was, there was the comments video, and there was a news story on a grizzly bear in Yellowstone Park. So let's see. I kind of lost the little place. Okay, here we are. I'm good. My nomadic dream says, great video of the area, Rob. I'm so glad I almost finished with my house and I'm getting ready to put it up for sale. Can't wait to explore so many amazing areas doing this nomadic life full time. I'm excited for it. I remember how excited I was when I started. My first day on the road was December 1st, 2021. And I was in Virginia. I had staged my rig and everything in an RV park close by for the last couple of days of work. And the last thing I did before I left is I took all my work clothes in a ball and I unceremoniously threw them in the dumpster. Some people say, well, why didn't you give them away to Goodwill? It's like, there wasn't a Goodwill near there, and I needed to do that for me, for my emotions. I needed to purge. And I did that, and I drove from Northern Virginia all the way to Pahrump, Nevada to, get a place to establish my residency. And then I went off for my first full season in Quartzsite, Arizona, at the Next Exit rally, where I met Jim and Tim and Denny and Bob and Pearl and all sorts of other folks. That was a memorable time. And my nomadic dream, may your dreams come true. All right, we have from Randy, good morning, Rob. Looks like another beautiful day. Love these bike rides. I've been wanting an electric bike. Was waiting till I get to Quartzsite. Looks like the lens needs some tending to. I get that comment all the time with this. Let me show you this. So this is a GoPro. I hang this around my neck, and it looks like a normal GoPro, but this is the special Max Lens mod, right? It's a very special lens that enables what they call Max Lens mode, which is not just wide angle, but it keeps things rock steady while you're moving around and bicycling. One of the side effects, like you take medication, you have side effects, is what they call lens flare. And when I first got it, I returned the lens. I said, the lens is bad. I can't clean it. It's dirty. No matter how much I try to clean it, it's dirty. And they sent me a new lens. It was exactly the same thing. And I discovered that lens flare is an artifact. Now, one of the things you can do is buy a big shade over it. And I have one somewhere, but it's a pain in the neck to use. So I usually put up with it. Now, lights went out. It does that occasionally. I do not know why. The other thing is I can use my Osmo Pocket 3. It's this thing. Now this thing, I have an attachment. I can attach it, and there's going to be no lens flare. And if there was, I have filters I can put on it. Well, So you say, well, why don't you do that? I don't know. There's just lately the GoPro is so convenient and easier to set up and easier to work. I don't know. Most of the time the lens flare is not as bad as it was on this trip, but I think it's even worse with contrasting light. Like I go into an enclosure, like there was a part where I went under a roof and there was sunlight coming in from the inside, and it was just all fuzzy all around that. But the way you can tell a dirty lens is it's dirty in the same place on every frame. If you notice it looks like fuzzy and dirty, but it goes away here and there, that's lens flare. Lens flare. Okay. Depending on how picky you are, you might want to change the title of my comment video, because I think I had, instead of 8:29:24, I had 8:39:24. I changed it. That was M. Campbell. Richard Cockerell. Good morning. Thanks for the recap on the comments. See you next time. And by the way, I did I mention this yesterday? I don't think so, because Rusty, and it's Rusty 7386, I believe, is the origin for me of these comment videos, and I went on one of his videos and I thanked him for the idea, and I told him, look, he's got, I don't know, 80,000 subscribers. I have not even 6 yet, so I'm a fraction of his. But I said, this has been great. It's a really wonderful idea. Number one, I enjoy doing it, and number two, according to him, is he goes, it's the right thing for you to do. You really need to make your commenters, your viewers, part of your life, and that's a way to do it, to have a dialogue instead of just spewing out and occasionally typing in, hey, thanks, or occasionally answer a question. This is much better. It's much more personal, and I enjoy it a lot more. So let's see, what do we have next? We have Ralph P. I will check out some of playlist. I own a casita and have a tiny home based in Florida. I'm still old school and pedal a bicycle. Never had a desire for full-time RVing. Thanks for sharing. Let's see. We have Judy. Hey, Judy. Commented on the comment video. I don't need a big rig. Most people don't realize that we live outside most of the time when we're camping. That's a good point. It's great to have nice big space. Bug on the wall. It's nice to have great big space when in reality we aren't inside, like when we're living in a sticks and bricks. And to the person who said you're doing it wrong, it may be wrong for them, but Dottie is a healthy, happy girl, and getting my Gertie off kibble and back on to human food saved her life. She got probably an extra year and was so happy with her meals. And living in a small space takes time to figure out what works best for each of us, so you know what works for you. They can do what works for them. I think Randy says to his, like, people telling him he's doing it wrong, he said, how about you do you, I'll do me. I'm going to maybe adopt that. Saying, now, Judy lost Gertie this year, and I just got a wonderful text from her, a picture of her new dog. Pretty exciting. She lasted longer than I usually do after I lose a dog. I'm like almost within days. I'm finding another dog to adopt. Anna Marie Sikorsky. This is on the news article I did on, or the news story I did on Yellowstone. They captured on film, on video, a grizzly mother with 5 cubs. And if you don't know that, 5 cubs is totally unheard of. 3 is unheard of. 2 is the average. Maybe 3. Never 5. It's a record for the park. It's kind of exciting. They're going to be the parks officials and rangers are going to be really keeping as close tabs as possible on that family. A user, blah, blah, blah. I didn't know that was possible. Amazing mama, able to keep up with them all alive. There's another viewer that had a comment. That's amazing. I wonder if she's adopted, and that's possible that something happened to another mother and she adopted the few. That was actually a good point. But the comment's not here, and the comment's not here because we've been something Piffle is the name of the person, and I mentioned they are having a hard time getting their comments published. What's happening is YouTube has an algorithm that will hold certain comments for review that has obviously bad language and stuff. But I'm finding they're also holding reviews. I have no idea why. It was like that review. I just said, why would they hold it? They did. And the other thing that's happening, so they come up in a little queue for me, and I check it every day, and it gives me the option of deleting the comment, leaving it there, or approving it. And I'll go in and approve like I did in this one, and it disappears. It's gone. It's not here. Maybe it'll show up in a couple of days. I have no idea why it's gone out of the whole queue. So if this is happening to you, it's really not my doing. I'm doing my best here. And I don't know if you realize this, but it's not like you can get up on the phone and call YouTube and have them solve a problem for you. No. Nomad Life e-bike ride. John McFarland says, saying there's really nothing available out here. It said, no, Zillow and Realtor show a few lots near the lake. And, well, I looked. They're older listings. The first one I saw was 632 days old. And the one that I have featured, that I featured in 3 videos, the $50,000 one that I'm so enamored of, after I published the video and everything, I just bit the bullet and I called the realtor, and they said, yeah, it just sold and the closing is this week. So that mystery solved. Someone bought it. King for a Day says, interesting if one could go back in time to the days when the ghost lady at the saloon was alive and mourning her missing husband, or the folks at Elizabethtown were partying. That land you were touring on and your bike was totally empty. Wonder what they could have, if possible, bought it for back then, and what would it be worth today? I can only imagine if 1 acre is $50,000, what might the entire area be worth? Yeah, and mostly the entire area is large tracts of land they classify as ranches. Like I said, there's really hard to find available. And I mentioned in the video that there is a house the guy was building that that was for sale right on the main drag. That's gone too. He sold it. It's gone. There's literally nothing. King for a Day also says, my uncle has a 3,000 square foot cabin in the Idlewild area you visited. He built it himself over a period of years, staying back in the late 60s to mid 70s. He would drive up on weekends, holidays, vacation, retirement with his pickup and trailer full of building materials. He continues to add on and improve it. He lives in Boise City, Oklahoma, so it isn't a long drive. As a youngster, I remember he wasn't at many family events. He was always out of town working on his cabin. And my reply to that said, that's a huge cabin, 3,000 square feet. That's not a cabin, that's a house. That's a big house. Holy whatever. And I did a short, Scariest Storm all summer in New Mexico. So if you see the short, that's what it's called, Scariest Storm all summer in New Mexico. I've been in lots of storms in this thing, but it was rocking back and forth, and I couldn't watch TV because even with the volume turned up all the way, I couldn't hear it. And I had my phone out and I opened the door a crack to video it, and it ripped the door out of my hand. It It was intense. It was an intense thunder and hailstorm. And Joseph on the same video says, at least it's not hot outside. Pup Camper, Cheryl, I love your bike tours. Wish I were there to join you. Yeah, we have the same bike, Cheryl. Lisa Roth, and the grizzly bears. I've never heard of any bear having that many cubs. I would suggest no one get in her way. That's a really good idea. Good evening, Rob. This is from Diane Richard. Richard and I watch every single video you post with the exception of the shorts. We appreciate the very real videos you put out without drama. I am retiring in October. We are headed to La Posa South in November to spend the winter. We can't wait to get there. That is a great idea about buying a park model. Keep up the great concern. That's my reference to when I get my spot at Paradise RV Park, the Escapees RV Park that I'm going to become a member of when I get up to the top of the list in a couple of years. I think I'm really considering they allow park models there. So getting a park model in that spot permanently, when I go there to spend my months there, I can park my little trailer as part of being a member. I'm allowed to do that. I can park it off there in the storage and have a nice, for at least maybe 2 or 3 months in the spring and 2 or 3 months in the fall, I will have a big, luxurious place and a place to store things that I don't want to drag around the country. So I'm pretty excited about that. Fatality RV Crash, that's my very old evergreen 1.3 million view, 1.5 minute video. Says I-10 Mexico Arizona border. You're correct, that's where it was. Susan Jack, super mom, looks like she's got her paws full. Guess what video that one was on? And Scariest Storm, Randy says still cool though. Nash says, are you sure your New Mexico storm looks like a Florida storm? Maybe one of those storms got loose and went to you, maybe. And Judy, I would love to be able to do something like that. What a beautiful Christmas trip for somebody, including the gifter. This was number 159 positive news story, and that was back 20, 30 days ago. What am I? I'm at 180 something. This is 115, day 159. And it was some guy walked into a Walmart and said, I'm going to write you a check for all the layaway you have. It was like $60,000 anonymously. It was pretty cool. And let's see. Naj says, Grizzly story, beautiful. I love bear. I've seen coyote, wolves, deer, moose, elk, badgers, eagle, and buffalo in the wilderness. I hope to someday see a bear at a safe distance, of course. Me too. I want to see a bear in the wilderness at a safe distance. And guys, that is it for today. And there's Dottie sleeping. She's late. It's pretty early. It's 6:09. It's Friday, so we got a full schedule today of meetings. I hope to take a little break in the middle to go to the Eagle Nest, the other RV park there, the Golden Eagle, because Deborah's going to be there at a Meet the Author event. So Deborah and hop on my bike, weather permitting, go up there, check in with them, because I have I think 3 sessions this morning, and then I have a little break. Then I have 3 in the afternoon, and that's it for my week. Isn't it great to only have to work 1 day a week? All right, take care, and thanks for watching these. I love doing them. Bye.